We're mic'd up with Montgomery.
Welcome to Real Talk, where real estate meets real conversation.
I'm Sean Harvey.
I'm Brittany Newhart.
What up, Brittany?
We're matching.
We are.
I realized that.
How about that?
Yeah, I didn't notice it till I was looking at the camera.
Represent.
Actually, no, it's because it's like 50 degrees out in the middle of summer.
Yes, that too.
That's why I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to wear a long sleeve.
It goes from 100 to 50,
yes.
And then it'll be 100 again.
Like it should be like 60 degrees should be a nice temperature, but when you had 100-degree temperatures for so long.
The other day, a storm rolled through and there was a breeze outside and it was like 6 o'clock at night. And I'm like, holy moly, it got cold out here. And I looked at my watch and it was 79 degrees.
I know. Isn't that funny? Like, especially when it's humid and then it's like freezing cold. I'm like, oh, I went on a walk this morning. It was really cold. I was like regretting that. So we're going to do some hot takes.
Okay.
Hot takes real estate edition.
Hot takeout or hot takes?
Oh, I wish. Hot. What is that? Hot pizza, hot stuffed pizza. Those are good. Not that. I'm hungry. So, first topic, I think is kind of a sour topic because I think it helps and doesn't help. But open houses these days are a waste of time for sellers is what the hot take is. With the unpopular opinion, whatever. So here's my thoughts on it. Somebody really out there looking to buy is going to schedule an appointment. Mm-hmm. They're going to schedule an appointment with their realtor. They're already talking. They're not going to really change their plans on a Saturday to come over. But somebody out and about looking at all these open houses, they might all of a sudden be like, oh, wow, I actually love this house. And they might become a buyer.
Funny story. That's actually how we ended up in our house. I mean, not because we went to that open house, but because we went to a different open house and then that one fell apart. So then we moved on to this one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a hit and miss thing.
Is.
I would say 90% of the time, if you have people show up to the open house, they might be lookers.
Yes.
But 10% of the time, you might just get somebody.
Yeah. And we had an open house and the neighbors came by and they're like, we've always wanted to see this. Oh, wow, this house is really nice. And they're like, I actually know somebody that might be interested in this. Boom. There you go. That's why we did it.
Or the neighbors come over and say, you know what? I think my kids should look at this or my grandkids or whatever.
So here's two personal open house situations that I've had. When we were buying our first house, you were the listing agent and stuff on it. I wasn't an agent yet. We were going to put in an offer. There was an open house that weekend and we were like, oh my gosh. And it got us like actually making decisions a little bit, not rush decisions, but we were actually like, okay, this could happen. There could be an open house with multiple offers. Like we've got to get on it. So it pushed us to be more serious about our offer and to get out there and do it. So it helped us as a buyer come from that, like, maybe we should buy to we're going to get this house. Mm-hmm. And then when we sold our house, I did an open house and the buyers were coming like a couple days later, but their whole family wanted to see it and they just didn't want to like try to schedule that all up. So their whole family came on Saturday, checked it all out, called them and was like, yeah, it's worth looking at. So
yeah,
I don't think they're a bad thing.
It's hit and miss.
Yes.
But don't be disappointed if we call you afterwards and say nobody showed up because that also happens as well. And it doesn't mean that your house is bad.
Right.
It just doesn't mean anybody came.
We had somebody show up at the last open house and was like, I totally forgot about him or I slept in and it happened. So and we could do it for 6 hours and still nobody show up, or we could do it for half an hour and 6 people show up. You never know. So it just depends. I think they're great for new listings too. Other hot take is, I don't even know if I want to say the word, but Zillow. I don't like Zillow.
What about it?
I like Zillow and I don't like Zillow. It's
here's
a great tool for people, but it always lies.
Zestimates are bullshit.
Yes.
We'll just put it that way.
Okay, because have those people been in your house?
No. The only person that knows what your house worth is your real estate agent or an appraiser.
Because
so Zestimates are crap.
Look at it.
But Zillow as a platform, if you're listing your house, you want to be on it because there are so many buyers.
Yes. And because when you first Google a house, like house that's not on the market yet, whatever. So you first Google your own house. That's going to pop up. Realtor.com and Zillow. But every time it gives that stupid Zestimate and everybody's like, oh, I looked it up and this is what it's worth. Cool. So is your assessed value on your tax thing, which is probably like $50,000 to $60,000 less than what it's worth. So do you want to go off of that? Like,
You're gonna make me go check my Zestimate later just to see how inaccurate.
I know.
it
I
is.
was just thinking. I was like, I'm gonna see what Laura says, but I don't know. New build it. Yeah, don't trust that. I mean, if you want to have a really loose base to start off with, but even
Don't
then,
even do
it's
that.
yeah.
Call your real
I was
estate
like, it's
agent.
just not gonna be
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Well, you're either gonna get your hopes up or something. I don't know. Like, especially if you say you've updated it, you're gonna look at that and be like, oh, this sucks.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. It does not know stuff. It knows bigger well, not even that. It doesn't even know big markets. Like, comparisons.
It might know what your condo is worth in a 100-unit building.
Yes.
That
But
12 of
7
them have
others
just
sold.
sold.
Yeah. That's what it's going off of. So it's not going off of your house.
It's
and your
going off of
quality.
your neighbors' houses.
Yeah, it's something that sold maybe 10 years ago, like
Mhm.
even then. And then it's just multiplying and doing some configuration. It's not right. Home ownership is not the American dream anymore. Ooh, I think it is.
That's bullshit too.
I think it is around here. Maybe for like, I don't know, big city slickers, probably not.
That's
like,
a lie.
yeah.
Everybody wants to own their.
Everybody wants to, but like in New York City, I'm not owning an $8 million house.
Well, if you had 20 million sitting around, it might not be a big deal.
Just sitting around,
yeah.
I wouldn't be there. That's for sure. Some of these I'm skipping because some of them don't really pertain. Like, we don't have a lot of HOAs.
No,
Yeah.
not in Huron.
But it's kind of saying that HOAs are kind of a scam and power trips type of thing. I sometimes think they are, because it's like, you can't have your house this color. You have to have your grass this tall. And then
I've seen a lot of
crabby
videos
lady.
on the internet that they don't like lawn striping anymore. I'm like, oh, well, I'm out.
Yeah.
Because I do.
Oh, yeah. I like it, but we just don't have lawn.
Someday.
Yeah. But we park a lot of trailers around our house. So I think a HOA would not go well with us. It's very bad. Another unpopular opinion stuff, home buyer hot takes. What do we want to go over? Most sellers do overestimate their home's worth. Blame HGTV. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of HGTV shows around here. So don't be comparing their houses in a big city.
Well, if you watch those, a lot of those are in Canada or, down south somewhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of fun to watch them sometimes to see the different markets. And sometimes what you see is, depending on what community it's in, they'll be like, oh, this house is $269,000. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Isn't that
That's like
crazy?
$500 here.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Like, where are you guys shopping at?
It is really funny. Or I love, like, we get buyers that have a great job and they get denied for a loan. And then you have, like, there is like, oh yeah, you got the goat farmer and the gal who churns butter.
Yes.
And they're buying like a $5 million house.
Right.
Like, how?
Yeah.
How's that happening? But no.
Plus, we have $1 million remodel budget. So.
Exactly. They're like, oh, you can remodel the whole thing. We have people. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder how that goes.
Yeah. Another hot take: buying the nicest house in the neighborhood is really a smart move.
No.
I don't know. Okay, I wouldn't buy the worst house. Like, okay, depending on size wise. If it's the biggest house, but it's not.
No, there is
best.
another way to look at that, though. So other communities have neighborhoods, and people will shop neighborhoods based on schools. We have Huron.
Yes.
That is the neighborhood.
Yep.
You all go to the same school unless you do private school.
That's right.
It is what it is. You might actually buy the nicest house next to some older houses or whatever, just because it is exactly what you want and the neighborhood's quiet. That doesn't necessarily pertain to us a whole lot, just because we are, as a whole, I would consider Huron a whole neighborhood. Really.
Yeah, because like what you're saying is, you get into like Colorado and you're in the Denver area, there's like west, northeast, whatever, all these little sanctions there, and it's all different. So when we're talking about like the nicest house in the neighborhood, say you want to be in Prairie Eagle Circle, okay? And maybe buying the most expensive house there, you're going to pay the most expensive price.
Mm-hmm.
But if you buy one that's a little bit more outdated that was there first, that's kind of where it's saying like that might be the best option, because you can update it. If you can update it. There you go. You're going to compare yourself to really good houses around you. that are nice and new.
Right.
But
and it also depends on what you want to do. Do you want to work on the house, or do you want to just move in and kick up your feet and enjoy it?
Exactly.
So that's personal preference.
Yeah, we don't have.
If you don't want to do the work, and if you can't do the work, and you shouldn't do the work, then just spend the money and get the house that's already done.
Yeah. Yeah. Curb appeal is more important than square footage to first-time buyers. Okay, but you think of a lot of your first-time buyers, they usually don't have a bunch of kids yet. Mm-hmm. Like now we're seeing more that waited a little bit longer. But as a first-time home buyer, when we bought our house, we did not consider how many bedrooms were on the main floor for having kids. We didn't consider the square footage. We're like, oh, cool, it's got a living room upstairs, living room downstairs. Yeah. Awesome.
I really feel like a lot of your first house is trial and error, though, because you're going to, there are people that buy a house and live in it for years, and that's wonderful. But your first house, oftentimes, I would say you're going to buy that house, you're going to realize, oh my goodness, I hate 10 out of the 15 things in this house.
Yeah.
And then the next house, you're going to take that learning and you're going to buy what you actually like or what you like at that time. And every 5 years that'll change. So
it's the same thing when you build a house, which is an issue. So,
yeah.
You build it.
If you build a house, you're still gonna not like things.
Right. Because we built and we're like, yeah, we would be fine with this. We're fine with that. We're fine with that. And then all of a sudden we're like, we're not fine with it. Yeah. If we could go back. But we still love our house.
Listing,
right? Probably. Oh my gosh. Somebody was like, we want a house in this price range. I'm like, wonder if they want our house. Yikes. Nope, we're not moving just yet. We're too busy to move. Okay, well, that was my hot takes. Just got a couple of them. There's a whole list of them, but
it's interesting. There's a lot of different facts out there on the internet. If you want to actually get the facts, though, call one of us, and we'll let you know what we're actually seeing as trending right now, what people are doing, what buyers and sellers like, what buyers and sellers are looking for, different things like that.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a wonderful week.
Beep. Bye.
And remember, who you work with matters.